to Wentworth Life. So, in this video, I have got a couple of theories about a couple of things that could be happening in the last 3 episodes. So I'm going to jump straight into it, and I'm going to start with the Stalker storyline. So, guys, we have to come to the conclusion now that Miss Ferguson is dead. That was her in the box, and I mean, only a few days ago, before that episode aired, people were even saying it would be too obvious if Ferguson was the stalker. Exactly, guys. Ferguson isn't the stalker. She is dead. Anyway, enough of that. Who is behind the stalking and taking photos? Now, everybody, I've seen a lot of fantastic theories online about people saying that it could be that Officer Murphy, or it could be Channing, or it could even be Shane, or even Turk, I've heard as well. Now, to be honest, guys, I think Turk was brought in to last week's episode as a red herring. They want us to think it's him, but it is 100% not. Officer Murphy came back in the first episode or the second, I can't remember which one. I believe this was a red herring. If it was Officer Murphy, why has it taken all this time to start doing the stalking? You know, why it should have happened a long time ago. Anyway, guys, I don't believe it's anybody from the past, but somebody who in the present. And I think that person is Marie Winter. So hear me out, guys. We've learnt that Marie has dirt files on very important people, and that is how she operates. We already know that Marie has been sleeping with Mr. Jackson, and she's been trying to fish information out of him, but with little success. So, what if she's also sleeping with Jake, and we just don't know it yet? Marie could have got information out of Jake easy. He would have let slip about Ferguson's murder. I mean, Jake didn't even know how Will got rid of Ferguson till a few weeks ago, but Marie could have fished information out of Jake, just so that she knew that that's what's been bothering Will. And because of this, Marie has had someone on the outside playing the stalker game, and also spying on Vera and Will. But this person who's stalking them is also obviously the same person who followed Vera, Will and Jake to the burial site and took photos. So now, if this is true, Marie now has some serious dirt on 2 officers and Wentworth's governor. Now she can now blackmail the 3 of them into anything she wants. Essentially, Marie will be the true governor of Wentworth. And who is the person working for Marie on the outside? My bet, it is Channing. Now, I believe that Marie's path has definitely crossed with Derek Channing during their brothel days. And no doubt, Marie also has dirt files on Derek Channing too. Don't forget, this is how she operates. So if this theory turns out to be true, what next? Well, Marie would be the true ruler of Wentworth. She would be able to blackmail the 3 of them to do anything, to bring in drugs, absolutely anything. She could even blackmail Will to kill Kaz. She knows how close they are, but she knows that they wouldn't want to go to prison. And I could just see it now. Marie will blackmail Will to kill Kaz, or she will threaten to send Vera to prison and to be on the wrong side of her own bars. This would make Marie untouchable. Because if anything happens to Marie, then Mr. Jackson, Jake, and Vera will all go to prison. How mad is that? Now, don't forget, guys, this is just a theory from yours truly, and I just wanted to share that theory with you. But we will see what happens next week. I do believe that next week we may find out who the stalker is, or who is at least behind it. So my next theory then is obviously this Marie and Ruby storyline. So the question really is, will Marie find out that Ruby killed her son? Well, to be honest, guys, I think it's a question of when she finds out, not if. And when Marie does find out, the shit is going to explode. One thing though, Marie only has, I think, is it 12 months or 18 months in prison at the moment? So she's going to want Ruby dead, but she won't want to get caught. And I think this will obviously be a score that Marie will want to settle personally as well. So the first thing that Marie will need to do is to get rid of Rita and possibly Boomer, as Boomer is good friends with Ruby. So Marie's going to want to get rid of the muscle. So Marie will set up Rita and Boomer to be slotted. Next step would be to create a diversion. And what better diversion than a full-scale riot to keep the officers busy? Now, remember in the first ever riot, and we had the death of Mrs. Jackson? Well, it goes to show that people can get killed and not found out. People do die in a riot. And this is probably what Marie would think would be perfect as a diversion. Marie will probably use her sidekick Zara to maybe knock out an officer or take an officer hostage just to get a key pass. So then Marie has free reign to get to Ruby in that riot. And with a full-scale riot and Rita and Boomer locked away, who is going to help Ruby? The only way Rita will get out of the slot is to maybe come clean about being an undercover cop, or she may have to take her own officer hostage, and in order to get another key to get to Ruby. I believe by the end of this season, Rita and Zara will have an almighty showdown, resulting in Rita killing Zara and becoming a real prisoner. And I mean, I'm expecting a massive showdown because we've seen how strong Zara is, but we've also seen how much of a good fighter Rita is. So can you imagine the fight scene between those two? And then just one more theory, the season final theory. Well, we only have 2 more episodes before the final episode is here. But looking back at the last 2 episodes, so much can happen in just 1 episode. I mean, so much happened in episode 7, so much happened in episode 8, and this week's episode just gone was mental. So I reckon we've got a few twists and turns ahead of us for the next 2 weeks, and everything is going to come to a head then in the last episode. Don't forget, we've also got a Kaz and a Marie fight coming up, because in one of the trailers, which I think it's Wentworth trailer 3, if you YouTube it, for a split second you see Marie and Kaz in the laundry, both armed and tooled up, going at it. So we've got that showdown coming up on top of all this. So, exciting times ahead. Now, don't forget, guys, these are just theories that I've just been thinking about. Some could be true, some may not be true, some could be half true. I might have guessed half of it, maybe. We'll just have to see. Anyway, guys, thank you for taking the time to listen to my theories, and I shall see you all soon. Thanks, guys.